What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 22nd of May. It is the 8:36 time on the East Coast. It is the evening time here. We are going to take a look here at Arcblock this evening and talk a little bit about what's going on with the price and kind of what I think anyways, moving forward here, what to expect as prices pull back here across the board with Bitcoin and then these other cryptocurrencies following. So welcome to the channel, guys. Appreciate all of the support. So we have Arcblock currently down at 8:36 p.m. on the East Coast, 1.97% on this Wednesday evening. So I want to make mention here that the Arcblock price once again found resistance at my upper target, 4.64. $4.64 right here, guys. This blue line, those are new targets from the last video. If you want to watch that video so you can go back in time, go ahead and check that out. But so far, we hit that area and we are pulling back. So that is why these levels are on the chart. If you're new to the channel, let me just zoom in here so it's a little easier for you guys to see. If you're new to the channel and you wonder what all these lines are on the chart, all they are is levels that I would look for price to either approach to the upside like we just did here, or approach to the downside like we are currently doing right here. So they're areas to look for price pause, price targets, etc. So for example, as price starts to pull back here, I would look for a support of price at $4.23 right here. $4.23. We're very close. We hit a low of 426. My level is 423, so we're 3 cents away from that. And then the same as the markets were starting to move higher here before we got up to the 464. That is the area I would look for price to pause for a period of time. And it did so perfectly. The close was at 464. What is my level? 464, 491. The same with the 22nd of May. That is where that found resistance and the candle body, and we closed lower. No support so far at 456. Next level below the market, 423, if we get down that low. I want to mention something of a concern of mine is that this area right here, let's see if I can draw this on the chart. Let's get the brush tool. So this rising channel here, which potentially just broke to the downside, this rising channel to me is slightly bearish, at least in the short term. And you might say, well, why? I don't agree with you. I think the price is going higher. Okay, etc. So here is an example of the inverse of that, a descending channel, okay? Here's a descending channel, which is a bullish pattern. And what did this pattern do? This is a perfect example. It doesn't get any more perfect than pretty much this for what we're talking about here. This descending channel did what? It broke to the upside. It's a bullish pattern. My concern I see here is, one, we did hit our upper target at 464, 491 perfectly. That's why I put the levels on there, just so you have an idea of where price is most likely going to go in the short term. Well, this pattern, which is rising, is potentially right now breaking to the downside. So this is more of a bullish pattern, where this, not so much, more of a bearish pattern. Am I saying Arcblock is going to crash to lower prices? I have all these targets below the market. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, one, between this pattern, two, hitting our upper targets, and starting to break below this pattern, three, that we could see a little bit of a down to sideways market for, X amount of time. I don't know how long this will last. We'll see. If Bitcoin recovers, there's a good chance we'll be back up in the green pretty big here for Arcblock. But for right now, we've seen the top. We have a break below the rising channel here, and we're just going to look for areas that price is most likely to find support. And right now, that lies at $4.23. That's this green line on the chart, right where above my arrow. This is the Gate.io chart. If you were curious, this is the daily chart, and this is Arcblock / the Tether daily chart, Gate.io. So once again, to perfection, the upper levels are hit. If you've been following this channel for a little while and you recall the Arcblock rally out of the cup with handle, that perfectly hit our target right up here. So that would be, I think it was 289 if I have to recall that. Yeah, 289. So we had this cup with handle. Here's the cup. Here's the little handle. Big rally. The levels at the time were at the 289, and that's where the market topped out. Pulled back, found support just above $1.94, and then broke out again, so on. This thing is up a lot since I've been covering it. And when I say the top is in, it's for the short term, okay? Well, I should say, we don't know how long the top will be in. And that's fine. It doesn't matter, because once it starts to look bullish again and move to the upside, we just have new upside targets. And, who cares how high it goes or who cares how low it goes, As long as you have an entry price, an entry area, know your risk, or if the markets continue lower and you're long, you have to have a plan to exit so you don't lose all your money, and then you can invest another day down the road. Of course, that's just very, broad, and it really depends on what your goals are. But it's not a bad rule of thumb, in my opinion, to have across the board for investing or trading or whatever the case is, and whatever your plan is. If you lose all your money, it's going to be a lot harder to grow it. You got to get it all back first and then start again from square one. So always know your risk, in my opinion, of course, not financial advice, guys, before you enter any kind of a position. Know your risk and what you're willing to, and what you can really be honest with yourself, afford to, lose, and then be able to do it again if the markets turn and go in your favor. Anyways, this is where we're at here. Just a quick evening update for Arcblock. We hit our upper targets at 464. Doesn't get any more perfect than this. If you've been following me and you saw where the top came in back here, you see where the top came in over here. It's very nice to see levels work like that. So let's do a couple takeaways here for this evening for Arcblock. Look for support. I mean, we might have seen the bottom for tonight. We don't know that, but we're bouncing pretty nice here. But if we do continue to sell off, 423 would be my level. I would look for a price bounce. And then below that, if we really start to sell off, 383, 383, 38 right up here. And we'll see. I don't know if the markets are going to rally tonight or not. And, if they do, that's fantastic. And what we'll do is, if we see the markets rally overnight, we will add some more upper price targets, hopefully before the market actually breaks out back above 464, so we can be ahead of the price. But for right now, we're going to leave this blank. Guys, thanks for watching. This is Arcblock / Tether. Little pullback we expect here, a little bit of a bearish break below this channel. I don't think there's anything too much of concern at the moment. If the price really starts to break, down to like the 351 or maybe a little lower, I would be concerned that, we've really seen the top, at least for the time being. Thanks for watching, guys. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and join us here on the channel. We'll catch you guys in the morning. Take care.